Namaste! Today's pose is a strong pose and one of my favorites. It really gets into the legs, which as you know is one of my favorite body parts to work, and it really makes you feel powerful. It's Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. We will just step into the pose, which is not actually what you often do in the yoga class, but I want you to get your feet alignment down so that when it is cued to transition into Warrior 2 from plank, from downward facing dog, or even from Tadasana at the front of the mat, you'll know how to set up your feet and therefore know how to get into the pose better. So we'll start with the right leg leading, left leg back. Face the right toes towards the front of the mat and take a long step back. Your back toes, either your foot should be parallel with the back of the mat or with toes just facing slightly inward. One of the most common misalignments that I see is where you have the back toes facing away from you towards the back of the mat. So either parallel or slightly internally rotated. The front heel should bisect the arch of the back foot and press equally into both feet. So this is the starting alignment. Now, you want to bend into the right knee. Make sure that your knee does not go in front of the ankle. If you need to take a wider stance and keep the knee behind the ankle, or this is as far as you can go just in general, that's perfectly all right. Just make sure that the knee does not go in front of the toes or towards the toes. But do look at your knee. Make sure that it is tracking over your second toe, directly in line. You want to press into all four corners of the front feet so that the right knee doesn't veer off to the side, nor does it veer in. We want to make sure it's directly in line. For the back foot, press into the outer edge of the back foot and gently internally rotate that back thigh. So the hips are open to the left side of the mat, but you can slightly turn them in, especially if your hip flexor is tight. So then bend the right knee as much as you're able to. You can go all the way down into parallel, thigh parallel to the floor. And this is the leg stance. This is the leg setup. You might notice that your torso is leaning towards the front leg, or maybe your booty is jutting back towards the back of the room. Try to make sure, imagine that you have a weight on your tailbone and it's lengthening the tailbone. The gravity is taking over and pulling the tailbone towards the mat. The hip points just gently move up towards the face. Engage the lower abdomen, knit the upper rib cage, the front rib cage closed, relax the shoulders down the spine, check your legs, make sure they didn't go out of alignment, and then inhale, reach your hands forward and back, shoulders in line with the fingertips in line with the shoulders, so make sure they aren't coming up towards the ears, or the arms are not at some weird angle. We want our hands, our arms to be as parallel with the floor as possible. Again, when you lift your arms, you might notice your tummy splays, tighten the core, relax the shoulders, and look over your middle finger on your right hand. And this is Warrior 2. If you'd like and you don't want to use your hands, you can always bring your hands to your hips. Say if you have an arm injury and you're unable to lift your arms, that's perfectly all right. We can still do the legs. Bend a little deeper in that right knee. I know it's starting to burn now that we're holding this. And a variation for this, not a variation, I'm sorry, in addition to this, we have Reverse Warrior. So since we're already here, I thought I would show you Reverse Warrior as well. So flip the right palm up. Reach forward so that you keep that right leg super bent to come back. So then glide your left hand down your left thigh and reach your right arm up and overhead. Or externally rotate the arm so that your pinky is leading, your palm is facing down. Keep the bend in the right knee and lean back as far as you can, which might be here, it might be a little bit farther back. You might clasp, take the left hand back and around behind. Yogi's choice. And then come back up, straighten through the right leg. We work that out, but I keep looking up there because I have a very big spider in that corner. And I don't want to lose lose eyes on him. I don't know where he's going. So turn to the back of the mat now. We need to get that left leg warmed up as well. So turn the right toes slightly in, or the foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Gently internally rotate that right hip. And then bend the left leg directly over the ankle. Again, check that you're not leaning too far forward. Stack your shoulders above your hips, best you can. And then inhale the shoulders. Fingers at shoulder height. Open across the chest. Right hand reaches energetically straight back behind you. Left hand in front of you. Look over your left middle finger. Relax the shoulders. Engage the core. Make sure that your body is in one straight line. And to test this, you can actually do this against a wall and make sure that your whole back body is against the wall. The shoulders, the booty, the heels. Or the one heel, anyway. Excellent. Now, lean forward to get a deeper bend in that left knee. Flip the palm of the left hand, and then rainbow the arm back and up and back. And you can take your right hand either on your right hip, right thigh, right shin, whatever feels best to you. Left palm facing down, shoulder away from the ears, or take that right hand back around behind you to reach behind. Grab your shirt, grab your thigh. Yogi's choice, bend deeply into the left knee. And then straighten through the left knee. Release the hands. And that was Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, on both sides with a little bit of a reverse warrior, just to get the body moving a little extra today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Namaste.